Welcome gamers to another One Piece Bounty Rush video. So in today's video we're going to be looking at what is it, the Luffy's duo, like Sanji and Zoro. But we're going to be looking at the older versions of them, of course. So this wedding Sanji and the Dressrosa Zoro came out, together 2020 December. Yes. On that Jump Vesta, stream and everything that happens each and every year. So yeah, that was their release time. I mean, we can now see who's the better unit. It's actually Sanji because he got buffed recently in the beginning of the year. So he is pretty good, but you gotta be careful. I know at 6 star he's like probably definitely a monster up there with the top blue runners. Yep. But at 5 star you gotta be a little bit cautious, and he's not as aggressive as you'd want, even though he does a lot of damage. Like you'll see with the Zoro, we did 17,000 damage on him, which is like crazy for a 5 star unit, and that is even a runner. That attack buff you get when allies keep dying is really good. And one thing that made him better is skill 1, that it gives him Nullify Stagger. So units that Nullify Stagger aren't that much of a problem with Sanji when he has that skill 1 buff active. Yeah, so you like with him, you want to avoid opponents, that are going to stall you. But at 5 star, you're not as tanky, of course. And one thing I forgot to say about him, when he uses skill 1, he also gets defense buff. So the right build for him would be to go attack and then the rest defense, or maybe 70% attack, 70% defense, because that will actually go, help you with tanking normals and some skills. Yeah, I really like him as a runner. Yeah, we're gonna talk about Zoro later, but now it's like Sanji time. So sometimes his normals can feel like small and everything like that. I don't wanna diss him, maybe like call them chicken feet, but yeah, now sometimes the range is just not there. So you really have to be close to the opponent to hit them. That's what you gotta be careful of. And with the skill 2 of the Sanji, you need to click on the target and they need to be in your line of sight or it won't target them. Yeah, that skill has a lot of flaws, but you need to hit that target before you teleport with it, because you can really struggle at times. It doesn't track as like King's skill or Rayleigh's teleport skill, all of these other better teleport skill. But yes, so you can see here in this game we're actually clapping with him. We gotta thank the S plus movement from the beginning of the season. But it was still a sweaty match. The people know what they're doing. It's not like I'm fighting against people that just downloaded the game. So that was a really good match. I had to put it at the like that out of all these matches between Zoro and Sanji, this was my I enjoyed this so much. I was in focus mode, didn't spam any emotes, didn't. I was thinking about how to dominate. That's all I was thinking about, and we got that footage right there. Pretty clean, pretty clean. It's rare to get good gameplay when you're actually recording. It always happens, even with the Nami that came out. Once I stopped recording, now she's starting to be good, but she still has the same problems. But now I'm getting games where I can clap with it. So that's what happens. But when I was recording all the time, it was not. Oh, I was. I don't want to relive that ever again. We're on this Drum Island map. Not a particularly good map for Sanji, because Sanji is like a map reliant runner. Depending on the map, well, he can shine on any map, but maps that are much more linear and don't have too much elevated levels, he can shine because skill 1 he can use it to teleport. Best maps for him is like the Sabotin Day stage, the Along Park stages, not Fishman though, because his teleport skill is not long enough for that long map. So there is that. And I mean with King, Sanji can remove King so easily off the flag, even if the gauge is really small, and does a lot of damage, of course. But with Sanji, you want to go with 1-2 combo. Like, yeah, those flurry of kicks he does, and they're really fast and really good. Absolutely, for sure. And I think, yeah, this Prospero was like a bot or something. Likely, we got the dub over him. But yeah, I mean, like, he is really solid. Like, if you like Sanji, you like runners, you will enjoy this unit for sure. So me and Luffy working together to get it to bully Zoro. Let's go. The irony there. So, anyways, yeah, we go cap. Go cap flex. Like, our mind should be on capping flex and avoiding enemies. And I saw this Akainu on my ass, and yeah, nothing you can do about that. Incinerate is still a problem for this Sanji. Just like any status effect. I could have ran like perfect dodge and ran, but I wanted to fight. Sometimes you go too much for the game. Well, I wanted to see if I could kill this Akainu, but that was not an option. A team here struggling. I spawned again with Sanji on this match. Didn't go with Blue Shanks. Because Blue Shanks, whenever Sanji was getting clapped, Blue Shanks was killing the game. They always have to bring him out. They're thinking they're bullying me, but yeah. Blue Shanks is still really busted. He probably fell off. Fell off a bit. Against Yamato, yes, he fell off then. Yamato is not a unit he's good at fighting at all. Especially with that shield. And his mounted normal is absolutely countable to that Blue Shanks. But once you get the shield off, one shot. Basically, that's how it is when it comes to that Marineford Shanks. And yeah, we get another good game with Sanji. So I really tried my utmost best to make sure these gameplays, they're decent and good for the gameplay. I'll make sure I get in, at max level Sanji. I'll do a separate video on him, and then you will see his, full power and SS and how he pairs up against, max, Kaido, Zoro, Big Mom, all of these other units. But yeah, I like them. I like how to play. I'm gonna finish his title, after I release this gameplay and everything, and then we move on to the next characters and all of that. Yeah, we'll see. We're just trying to get as many of gameplays of many characters as we can on the channel, and then while we're doing that, we're going to make a variety of content around what Bounce Rush can offer. That's my plan, basically, for the channel. And of course, we're doing like Dokkan on the side, on the shorts. I don't think I'll ever try to do a Dokkan video ever again, like on like a video specifically. I'll just keep it on shorts, even on anniversary and all of that, because I feel like, Bunch Rush does well with videos, and Dokkan can do somewhat decently in shorts. No need to show everything about it. So there's that. And then you will see one of the problems. You say I have nullified stag and everything, but I'm getting bullied. So that can easily happen. And we move on to Zoro. Such a lovely unit for sure. So you can see his medal set. We've got a crit medal set for him. That's what you would want to run. So if you have the Sober Card medals, one of Sanji medal, and the Child Izo medal, and Kiku, that's what you want to run. You want to heal more, want to get your skill 1, your skill 2 back, all of that lovely stuff. So basically that's what Zoro is all about. But the problem is he needs a buff. Just like the Sanji got it, he needs a buff, like a complete revamp. His normals need to be as fast as how they buff their Marineford Shanks. Maybe skill 1 needs to be faster or have invincibility, because as you see there, King just pushed us off like nothing, like we're pussies. But luckily with this King, against the King, we're getting our perfect dodges. So he dodges our attack, but we were getting perfect dodges. This is how you want, the dream of Bounty Rush to be like. This once you get this to happen, you can outplay any opponent with any unit, like, because it absolutely leaves the ball in your court when you do that. And then we get, no diff by Chinjao there. So, I mean, yeah, Zoro Like you will see, this is like my best game with him. Like I tried, but I tried to make Zoro look good. It's just too slow, man. It's just too slow. Skills are too slow. Like he can get caught easily. Like for you to be really good, you need to get into a lot of 1v1 situations. I run him in with warlords and everything, but he's also affected by, man, this is like one of the worst decisions they made to remove this because Green Shanks was damn too broken. He also can get his haki state removed because of Kaido, Big Mom, all these other units that release. So skill one, you can't spam it infinitely if you're fighting a king or what is it, the King Kaido, Big Mom, and all of these other dangerous units like Broke. Because it's still the same thing. This is still a status effect that he's applying on himself. Yeah, when we get older units like this, we're clapping. So we're trying to stay back from this kid. And look, it's way too slow, man. And the range is not it. Because when you look at the Onigashima Zoro skill 1, the range and the width of it, it's insane. This one is slow, no width, no range. You just get caught out. So you need to do a lot with it. The skill 2, probably maybe give it nullify down, and then yeah, you'd be cooking. Even if someone was close to you, you could launch the skill near them. Maybe a status effect could still get you being knocked back, but at least skills that down you, they can't do anything. And of course, one of the complaints I had with him when he first came out, why was it his skill 1 like how Green Shanks is? I was crying about it, like why wasn't he nullifying all status effects? That would have made him broken at the time. He would have been the red Green Shanks of the time, but they only made him nullify stun. Okay, which is, yeah, it's nullify stun is something, yes. But stun is not like killing you a lot, doing a lot of damage to you. Like how Tremor is OP, Sing Sing, and all of these other status effects. You see, we're clapping. When I was saying this, I was so happy when I was recording. And like clapping with Zoro. Bro, why is that? Why is the normals not targeting the enemy? We're clapping the Zoro. We get a perfect dodge somehow there from his skill, from Zoro's skill 2 Ashra. And look at him, all Zoro's getting clapped. So you love to see this. I don't think that Zoro was a point because he used the skill 2 and released it immediately. Maybe just had red mark or something like that. We dodge back that skill, and then we use the skill 2 to hit him. So you can see now the goodness of Zoro was kicking inside of me. Because I was getting those positions as 1v1, and look at how we lost because of this green feathers kind of. Bro, my gosh, my teammate, someone died, the Zephyr, you should have tried to dodge, bro. You cost us the games. And look at this. This would have been a perfect game. MVP or something, bro. But even in the score, we weren't going to get MVP because of Fed Mom is there as well. Yeah, you know how it feels. We got 5 kills there. That was pretty good with Zoro right there. And then, yeah, we're on the same map again. So a bunch of these are like clips I put in where I did good with them. Zoro, there are some matches I won with him, but it's not like it's a full game where I won with him. King maybe clashed up at the end. So yeah, there's that going on, and I'm pretty satisfied with him. He's just waiting for buff, and then we'll see how it is. I used to enjoy this unit, man. I remember when like the 2020, and he could kill any unit, he could get this, he was healing like a machine. Skill 1 spamming every single time. This used to be one of my favorite units. Him and Onigashima Luffy. I used to play them like for months, so and I couldn't get enough of them. But of course they've all fallen off like nothing. And now you can get left. I didn't use it that much, right? But you can use the one combo with him. Like, just using the one normal attack with him and then dominate. But I was using the 1-2 because now Zoro's normals, they are slow. They can't beat out Big Mom, Kaido, Blue Shanks, and yeah. And also one other thing, this Zoro needs to have some sort of nullify stack. you know, they need to bring him up to par with like the man, because so many units have now first tag, especially this big mom. Every time she gets down, she gets look now first tag, easy, free, and everything like that. Bro, I dodged and I perfect dodged and I still got hit by the bonbons, bro. You know this game is salty as hell. So I think this is about like maybe the last clip or the last game. I have. So I hope you guys enjoyed. You know, you've been enjoying the Zoro footage and Sanji footage, and I'll keep making making more athletic gameplays. And when I have the recent characters, or I can provide gameplay for you guys, I'll do it and see how that happens. Yeah. So yeah, after this is the last clip actually. You can see you need also perfect connection. You can't play this old unit or this Zoro with connection unstable, because that was supposed to be a dodge. But on his screen he hit me first, so can't do anything about that. And this Dofi getting a perfect dodge easily, but we don't mind that. And bro, why are you getting stuck in the wall? Like, Onegashima's skill one, Zoro would have went past that wall like so fast and then hit that dove. Sometimes these ones first, they're not as broken, You begin to see the EX experience, the difference between those two units. Yeah, we're capping, we don't have no cap speed because of the metal set we're using. We're using the Frankie, the Wolf, and Shiryu metal set, the Rain metal set. So that's that, and then we get to kill this Dofi. Yeah, I still use the Zoro. Yeah, one thing is still useful for his boss battle. Although the new Zoro is much more better, he steals the MVP. This Zoro used to be like MVP for boss battles, but now he's no more. This unit is out for revenge for some reason. So I don't know what's wrong with him. Why they killed him? Mesa 4? Yeah. Kind you perfect dodge way too early. That still is easy dodge, bro. What the hell? How is Big Mom hitting me from here? Do you see this the type of things? I like Big Mom. I like having bad connection. Yeah, bro, he killed me. And I got perfect dodge somehow. So you see, connections everything, guys. This is the A grade lesson for my channel. That with a bad connection, you will see everything go wrong in Pantera. So it's so short. Like I used to say, oh, it had long range back then, but now it's way too short. When you look at it, this skill now, way too short and not slow. Everything is just awful with the Zoro. And we get this cracker before he killed us, because he was doing 8,000 damage to us with a basic. Yeah, and also another thing with the Zoro, improve his tanking. Please bend down. But anyways, I hope you guys, leave a like, subscribe. I'm thankful for your support so far, and I will see you guys in the next video, as this Nami is about to snap us and we die just like that.